Hello strangers of the internet, my name is Bard Smythe and welcome to my review of Bad Dream Coma. So for those of you who are new to my channel, which sadly is probably the vast majority of you, my goal is to create short yet honest quickfire reviews, and today we'll be taking a gander at Bad Dream Coma. But before I do embark on the endless journey that is self-deprecation, let's begin with the review. Bad Dream Coma is a dark and eerie point-and-click horror adventure game, and was developed by Desert Fox and recently published by Playway. Bad Dream Coma seems to be the penultimate submission to the Bad Dream series, which, for those of you who do require some context, the Bad Dream series is just a small collection of short point-and-click games released back in 2014. The games only take around 20 minutes each to complete, and they are free to play, so if you'd like to give them a go before you try Coma, I'll leave a cheeky link in the description below. So initially the story surrounding Bad Dream Coma appears to be very simple and cliche. You, the player, lay down to go bye-byes and drift into a peaceful slumber, which all sounds nice and dandy to begin with until you awaken in a world that leads you to question that those milk and cookies you so joyfully indulged in before bed were actually laced with crack. The situation is only then made worse as you come to the sudden realisation that you can't actually wake up. Hey, original! This then begins your epic quest to adventure through this crack-induced nightmare, conquering puzzles, solving mysteries, and uncovering clues as to why and how everything is happening. Now, I do understand this is a very basic way of explaining the story. However, I do believe it is actually a big part of the experience, and as this is a review and not a playthrough, I'll leave that for you guys to experience for yourself. What I will say about the story though is that although there's no real in-depth character development, the characters you do meet do all seem fairly unique and interesting. The story is well paced, there are a lot of things in there that provides quite a unique twist on the whole trapped in a dream world scenario, and I would argue that it is actually quite enjoyable. So in regards to the actual gameplay, I believe this is where Bad Dream Coma really shines. Although it is a point and click and the basic mechanics are nothing revolutionary, i.e. you mouse over stuff and you click on it, I believe the developer has actually done a fantastic job in combining music, art, story and puzzles to create an overall very enjoyable yet actually quite uncomfortable experience. You can tell the developer's taken the time to handcraft this game even down to the subtlest of details. For example, almost every object you interact with makes a noise. Different environments are all uniquely designed and provide a completely different vibe to the other, even despite the fact the animation, although beautiful, is very basic and for the most part colourless. However, combining this hand-drawn art style with the disturbing and eerie music, I certainly found myself immersed in this fucked up dream world. The puzzles themselves also provide a satisfying degree of challenge. Oftentimes you will find yourself having to think outside of the box, and the difficulty does scale well, leading, for me at least, to spend more time on each puzzle as I progress through the game. Another nicely added touch is that this game does have multiple endings, good, neutral, and bad, and because of this there are actually multiple ways to complete the puzzles. There are also certain much more subtler actions that you can make that will also make an impact on your ending, and whilst they are not obvious at first, if you use a little bit of common sense you can figure these out. These will also impact the way in which characters interact with you as you progress through the game, which is a nice little touch and does add a nice amount of replayability. In all honesty though, if you are a bit of a bumbling idiot, like myself, you're probably going to end up with the bad ending, so if you're someone who doesn't want to experience that, I recommend that you take a couple of seconds to think about your actions, as they will ultimately have consequences. You can also track this by looking at the main menu and observing your achievements. The ending will be based off of these, and you'll find that the ending you are most likely to end up with will be the one that hasn't been scribbled over. As usual, there were a couple of things I noticed that I was not a fan of. For example, there were a couple of grammatical errors in some of the dialogue, which probably does sound a bit nitpicky, and in all honesty it is, but if you are a grammar Nazi, this might rub you the wrong way. And although the game has been branded as a horror, there was nothing about the game that I felt was particularly scary. Sure, there were certain moments that were uncomfortable and creepy, and the music and art style certainly contribute well to that creepy atmosphere. I just found there was nothing really to lose sleep over. So if you are someone that is looking for an injection of adrenaline whilst playing a video game, this probably isn't the game for you. However, I don't feel that that takes away from the experience that much. And please guys, do bear in mind that is just my personal opinion. Overall, I had a fantastic time playing Bad Dream Coma. The beautiful yet simple art style, combined with the creepy and atmospheric music, sprinkled with the intriguing story and challenging puzzles, made for an overall very positive experience. And if you're a fan of the Bad Dream series, or a fan of puzzlers and point and clicks in general, I can guarantee that you will not be disappointed with this game, and I would highly recommend it, especially for the price. So for those of you who are interested, I picked this game up from Steam for about £4.79, which at the time of making this video is about $5.80 £2.85. This is during promotion, however, which ends on the 16th of March, after which the game will be priced at £5.99, which is about $7.32. Despite that, I would still fully recommend the game at full price. There is also a free demo which I will provide a link to in the description if you'd like to try that before purchasing the game. Lastly, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to anyone that has made it this far into the video. I am still quite new to the whole YouTube thing, so I do apologise if the editing is a little bit shit. However, if you do enjoy this type of content, please be sure to leave a cheeky like, comment and subscribe, as it does provide me with a good indication of whether this type of content is any good or not. If you did enjoy the look of Bad Dream Coma, I will have provided a link in the description so that you can purchase the game for yourself, and I will also provide a link to the developer's Twitter so that you can follow them and keep yourself updated with any future content. This has been Bard Smythe. Thank you very much, ladies and squires, for allowing me to waste your time, and as usual, have a lovely day.